why do you make me come?
Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we will be talking to you about Jake Paul's reaction to Bryce Hall versus Austin McBroom fight. Jake Paul issued many challenges in his post-fight interview, even promising to face UFC champion Conor McGregor at some point. But the likes of KSI and Austin McBroom were also mentioned, opening up plenty of possibilities. YouTubers Logan Paul and Bryce Hall have responded to Austin McBroom after he issued a boxing challenge against them and Jake Paul, amid fan speculation over the next YouTube boxing fights. In the past 2 years, YouTubers settling their feuds with a boxing match has become quite normal, and with bragging rights on the line, these influencers draw in millions of viewers to see who will come out on top. Following the latest clash, which saw Jake Paul earn an impressive knockout victory over NBA star Nate Robinson, fans have been speculating which influencers could be next to fight it out in the ring. Now, Ace Family's Austin McBroom is throwing his hat in the ring. Let's see how Jake Paul reacted to this brawl going on between Austin and Bryce. But before we get into what they had to say about the fight between Bryce and Austin, make sure to like the video as it really helps out the channel. Let's get right into it as there is a lot to cover. Austin McBroom has now responded to Jake Paul's challenge, telling him to forget about Conor McGregor and even threw out a few more notable names he would be willing to fight. The Ace Family creator also addressed Logan Paul and Bryce Hall, claiming that the TikTok star was using excuses to dodge a potential fight with him. And Bryce Hall, I heard all your excuses. You ain't built for this, he added, mocking the popular content creator. I'll let you keep ducking. McBroom even issued an open challenge to any other creators that would be willing to fight him, explaining, everyone else who wants the smoke, holla at me cause these other little boys are straight ducks. Bryce Hall was quick to respond to Austin McBroom's call-out, reposting his story shortly after and simply telling him to shut up. Logan Paul also hit back as a comment under McBroom's post, mocking him for wearing a muscle shirt. He wrote, "Did you get any muscles with that shirt?" On August 25, 2018, Jake Paul and his brother Logan Paul fought KSI and his younger brother, Deji Olatunji, in a pair of amateur white-collar boxing matches. Jake Paul's fight against Deji was the chief undercard bout before the main event KSI versus Logan Paul. Paul defeated Deji via technical knockout in the 5th round. On December 21, 2019, it was announced that Paul would be making his professional boxing debut against fellow YouTuber DAVIDSON Gibb, also known as Gibb, on January 30, 2020 in Miami. The match between Paul and Gibb was the co-feature to the WBO World Middleweight title bout between professional boxers Demetrius Andrade and Luke Keeler. Paul won the fight via technical knockout at 2:18 in the 1st round. And now many are aware of the altercation that took place between Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather a couple weeks ago. This was something that was pretty hard to miss, and it just so happens that something similar to this altercation went down yet again. However, this time with some other celebrities. It turns out that Austin McBroom and Bryce Hall got pretty physical during their press conference. A fight between the two is coming up pretty soon, so it's only obvious that they would go ahead and stir up some drama in order to get some more attention towards their upcoming fight. However, things did seem to get pretty intense, leading many to think that this match will be unlike anything seen before. It all kicked off at the YouTube versus TikTok boxing press conference between influencers Austin McBroom and Bryce Hall. Stars from YouTube and TikTok are due to fight each other in the boxing ring on June the 12th, and the build-up for the event is starting to heat up. The battle of the platforms has gained a lot of attention, as fans of the stars hope that their favorites can come out on top in the ring. The press conference on May the 18th was set up for fighters to have their say and to meet their opponents. Austin and Bryce will be fighting in the main event of the evening, and you could immediately tell the tensions were high as the two started having a war of words a couple of minutes into the press conference. The fight started following the two sitting down together to talk about their upcoming fight. Bryce expressed his anger towards Austin. He said, "Don't step up on me like that." Austin then stands up, and before anyone could react, they were pushing each other to the ground and a brawl emerged. At this point, several other people had to interfere to stop the fight from getting out of hand. Following the press conference, Austin and Bryce took to social media to continue their heated face-off. With the two getting even more worked up for the fight, June 12th cannot come soon enough, and fans will definitely be in for a great fight when the two enter the ring in Miami. Hey, are you enjoying our video? Before we get further into the video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more amazing videos from us. Let's continue with our video. Of course, a fight like this will go viral on social media, which catches the attention of some celebrities like Paul Brothers and KSI. Paul Brothers and KSI are both the biggest influencers who have duked it out in the boxing match, so they had a lot to say about what went down at this press conference. Of course, the social gloves fight, better known as the TikTok versus YouTube fight, was mirrored after the fights with KSI, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and Joe Weller. So it's not a bad thing to say that even some of the fighters that were trying to act like Paul Brothers or KSI. Some fans said that Bryce Hall was trying to be like Jake Paul. Although we can see the similarity between them, we think Bryce Hall has his own personality for sure. He likes to stir up the pot by creating drama with others. Even going into the press conference, Bryce knew that he was going to be getting into a fight with someone. We're not sure if Bryce actually was mad at Austin and that's why he attacked him, or if he was just trying to get some hype before the fight. Either way, I think it worked. The internet is split right now. You either hate or love Bryce Hall, but no matter what, that will make you watch the boxing match. Most of the boxers present at the conference said that money was the reason they're doing it, and it's obvious that a lot of them aren't taking the sport seriously. Jake Paul actually warned the TikTok versus YouTube fighters about this while he was on his brother's podcast. He said, "This is great for the sport of boxing and I support them, but the thing is, they need to take it seriously." But a lot of them aren't. Jake went on to say that some of them are going out and partying and not training hard, and someone is going to end up like Nate Robinson if they don't take it seriously. He went on to say, if you want to do it and get the bag, then go ahead and do it. Logan Paul then went on to say that although he is happy for the guys participating, he doesn't think it will work out, and that they are overconfident with how many tickets they will sell. It seems that Jake Paul is more accepting of the boxing match with YouTuber versus TikTokers compared to Logan Paul. But that doesn't mean that Logan doesn't think it's good for the sport. It still is entertaining. But the reason Logan might be thinking down on it is because he actually has a boxing match against Floyd Mayweather on June the 6th. Though there is some pressure to sell more than the TikTok versus YouTube matches. As a matter of fact, Logan Paul almost was the one to be fighting against Austin McBroom. But instead, Logan ended up getting the match against Floyd Mayweather, so Austin decided to get Bryce to fight him. Jake Paul has always been a fan of the influencer boxing matches, as he fell in love with the sport since he started. Therefore, he thinks it's great that influencers are starting to get involved. Not only have the Paul brothers reacted to the fight between Austin and Bryce Hall, but some other popular YouTubers like KSI and Deji had much more to say about the little bout between the two at the press conference. With that being said, it's time to end our video. But before that, we want to know how you feel about this. Who do you think will win in the fight? You know what to do. See you in the comment section.